Right, guys, we're now 20 episodes in to the NXT Back to the Future podcast, and we thought at this time it'd be great to look forward to the future, like NXT does, and see what's coming up. What have we got planned for the podcast? So, Dave, if you would go ahead and give us our ideas and thoughts, hopes, dreams, all that good stuff.
And the rest of those. We've actually had a good little chat, haven't we, about things that we would like to do going forward, or things that are going to become regular in the podcast. And we thought no better time than 20 episodes to sort of update everyone on that. So, first thing we're going to do is sort out an OnlyFans for Adam. No, we're going to start off. So every year at WrestleMania, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but it is coming home rather soon. Not the England football team, but WrestleMania. And
I was going to use that pun during the podcast, but now I'm going to have to save that.
Well, there you go. Kick it out, mate. Say no to racism and shitty puns.
There we go.
So we decided, I think between us, that, well, actually it was my idea, because obviously Adam doesn't really know the WrestleMania cards around this time, obviously because he wasn't a fan at this time, and who would go back and watch The Rock versus John Cena. So what we decided to do, I've sort of said, it could be quite cool if we went back and we watched, every time WrestleMania rolls round, we'll watch WrestleMania. And we'll sort of look at the card and we'll see the influence that NXT graduates have had on the card. So WrestleMania 29 is the one that's coming up soon, so we'll probably watch that. I mean, after the next episode 21, I believe it'll be WrestleMania weekend, so that would segue perfectly into us doing 2 more episodes and then watching WrestleMania. So I think that's what we might do. So we've got that one coming up. And also we're going to start something with a rough name. I think I've sort of been thinking of names for this. Adam's great idea that we should look at notable graduates from NXT. So I've called it the NXT graduate scheme, and it's going to have episodes of each person. So episode 1, I think we've both handily decided, because A, he's a fantastic wrestler, and B, he's had a great career, is going to be Seth Rollins. So I'm going to go forward, put a little career retrospective of Seth Rollins after leaving NXT, stint in the Shield, trip to being world champion, all of those great things, Shield reunions, and we'll go back, we'll watch some of his best matches, some of his best moments, his career highlights, and we'll sort of go back, discuss those, see how he's grown as a performer, because obviously we've seen him in NXT, and just see, how he's grown, what he's done, is anything different, is anything fresh, things that he's kept since NXT, and all those good things. And it'd be nice for Adam as well to see people who maybe going forward might not have had a great career in WWE, who leave and go on to other companies or go onto the independent scene and make a name for themselves. And then we'll look at them after leaving NXT. So if certain people leave the company and go to another company, we'll look at that. So yeah, I'm thinking that might be a couple of cool things we've got coming up that are just segues from the actual main podcast, although you'll still get the main podcast weekly because we are good like that.
Yeah, we'll try our best with that. I say try our best. We will do that, as it's probably one of our favourite bits of the week to do now.
Yeah, honestly, I really look forward to it on the weekends.
It's becoming a proper bonding thing for me and Dave, because funnily enough, when me and Dave talk about wrestling in general, this is exactly how it is on the podcast.
And Adam tends to ignore me most of the time.
I do.
Text him little things and he doesn't respond.
No, I do watch the majority of it.
Yeah.
Genuinely do.
Yeah, it's all good stuff.
It's no different to how we talk about wrestling in general, like week to week.
Yeah, exactly.
What you listen to is what
you get.
What you get from me and Dave. So there we go. Stuff to look forward to.
And I must say, we've reached over 500 listens for the podcast, and obviously we're recording episode 20 today, so I think on behalf of both of us, we would just like to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supported the podcast, especially those who have listened since the beginning, friends and family mainly, who we've probably done their heads in, but everyone who's jumped on along the way and found us via Twitter, Facebook, and all of those things, we would just like to say a really, really big thank you.
Yeah, it means a massive amount to both of us.
And there's a lot more to come, so yeah, hopefully we'll see you at episode 25, 50, 100 and onwards. So yeah, thank you. Adam, let's get to it, shall we? Let's go it.
I'll tell you what, one day I will press the right fucking button.
I knew you'd press the wrong button! I knew you'd done it!
Every fucking time.
I knew